January 2025, I will not be purchasing anything that is not necessary.
Listen, I be all for any trend that allows me to be cheap because, honey, I do not like spending my money. So this No by 2025, like, I'm all for it.
Here's what we're not going to do in 2025. We're not spending money on we do not need.
I don't know if y'all heard about this new trend. Low spend, no spend. 2025. It has arrived. Thumbs up this video, smash subscribe. Let's get right into it.
One of my biggest goals for this year is to stop buying unnecessary shit. I was looking at my bank account and my Amazon account. I almost had a heart attack. Why was I going to Sephora, Ulta, or Target once a week? And why was I having an Amazon packet come in every 2 days? I'm just so easily influenced that I just purchase everything that I see on this app. This year I'm not buying shit unless I actually need it or one of my products runs out. I took the term treat yourself too fucking literal because why was I treating myself every other day?
Learn from me, baby. Learn from me. I was very, very financially responsible before 2024. I was saving my money and shit. I paid off my student loans. I was able to figure shit out. And then, shit hit the fan. I had a very, very manic episode where I felt like I could just spend willy-nilly on whatever I wanted. Needless to say, I have credit card debt. And it's killing me. It's killing me. Like, I thought there was a voice in my head saying, you got this, God's got you, you can afford that shit. No, I can't. I cannot. Don't do it. I am joining the No by 2025 trend because being in debt is not cool. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm sorry to say, but materialistic things do not make you happy. They don't. It just, you get it, and it's like, whoa, you don't need it. Okay, you don't. You don't need the new Dyson Airwrap. You don't need a new fucking concealer. You have one. Okay, you have one. All right? You don't need a new Stanley Cup. You don't. You don't. Okay? Just keep it together. Keep it together. Let's make responsible financial decisions in 2025 because we gotta be mature, baby. We gotta be mature. Be mature.
It's a beautiful day to be a broke bitch. Happy New Year. Like a lot of people, I'm doing a no spend, low spend 2025, but joke's on them because I don't have any money anyways. But here's what I did to prepare. Number 1, cancel all food delivery accounts and deleted the apps because we got food at the house. Number 2, I let my kids know that we'll be using an intentional budget for 2025. No more random dinners and random trips to Target. Number 3, I'll be giving my kids a small weekly allowance. And my daughter, that little one, she's going to receive hers in cash so that she can begin to learn the power and value of money. Number 4, last year I tracked all of my spending, so I now know all of the areas where my money is being wasted. Bro, you know I spent almost $15,000 on food last year. How's my back not bigger? And lastly, I created a reasonable budget and I gave every dollar a job. I did this because if I don't have a plan for my money, I'm going to find something to do with it. Anyways, come back to see my 2025 budget and see how I gave all of my money a job. Later, brokies.
Self-reflection is key, family. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you need to save on this year. What did you spend way too much on last year? And you looking at it like, boy, I need to tighten up. I need to get it together. I'm not doing this year. I'm not making those same mistakes. Put it in the comments.
I know by year will be continuing into 2025. It's official. My debt will be 100% gone, including my car loan, by August of next year. I intend to strictly adhere to my no-buy rules during those 8 months. TBD on the final 4 months of the year, but I'm thinking because I want to build up my savings, I'm probably going to do it then too. Let's get into my rules. In 2024, I wasn't as adherent to my no-buy rules as I wanted to be. In 2025, we know exactly what we're doing and we're going to stick to it. So my rules are: 1, no new clothes whatsoever. I have a closet full of amazing items. I have no room for new clothing. 2025 is going to be the year that we style what we have. And that means make and do with my summer wardrobe. Number 2, no new beauty products. Self-explanatory. I have more makeup than I could ever possibly use, so I will not be buying any more next year. I am allowed to purchase new beauty products if I have used all my backups for a product. So basically restocks only, and that will be infrequent. No perfume. Are you kidding me? I don't need any more perfume. No jewelry. No new technology either. That means I'm going to sit out the iPhone 17. No takeout except once a month. This rule I wasn't as strict with, and I'm going to be really, really rigid in 2025. No home decor. That's okay. I don't need it anyway. My house is fabulous. Tiny, but fabulous. No books. I have enough to read as it is. And no canceling my Pilates classes. Those $10 cancellation fees really added up this year. Stay tuned for part 2 where I go through my yes column.
Ever since I posted the video about like decluttering my life, I've been seeing a lot of no buy stuff on my FYP page. So I'm going to give you a list of the things that I am not buying any more of in 2025. No buying any more perfume. I have oils, perfume, TJ Maxx stuff, plenty of stuff that I don't even wear. I don't go to work every single day. I go out when I go out. Sometimes I'll get dressed at home, work from home, and I'll spray a little perfume because that's just how much it has. Like my oldest perfume that I've had that I spent quite a good amount of money on is about 3 years old. It's just sitting and I might have sprayed it 2 or 3 times. So no perfume. Next thing is I've done pretty well with this already. I'm staying out of Target. Now, I'm pretty good at staying out of Target because I'm not a real Target girl, but those drops, the drops that they have with the Future Collective, staying away, because those drops alone I will spend $300 on because I want multiple pieces, and then I'm wearing them nowhere. I took like 3 pieces back from the last collective because I'm like, first of all, I lost weight, couldn't fit this up anymore, and it wasn't in stock anymore. It was like 2 months prior. So anyway, then number 3, no home decor items. I have plenty of decor home items that I'm selling for whatever reason. Every single time I move, and I'll be moving again soon, I always buy new decor items because I feel like that place needs something to help I don't need any more aesthetic. I have 2 air fryers. I have all the little utensils that you can have. I don't need a rice cooker. What I need to do is learn how to cook rice on the stove. The next thing that I'm not buying is in bulk. I am one individual person. I used to go in Sam's Club and in all them other places in the guise of saving, and I would buy a bunch of stuff in bulk that I was not even using. If it's not body wash or lotion, the things that I know that I'm going to get through, or vitamins, even then, I'm not buying it in bulk because by the time I get ready to use it, for some things, it has expired. I, as a single person, am no longer buying bulk. If there's more things that I come up with, I will let you guys know. That was just off the top of my head of the things that I buy that I have found to be somewhat useless. I'm tired of overconsumption. I told you I'm getting my life together.
I am so tired of saying that this is the year that I'll become debt-free and not actually making it a reality. So welcome to my new series, No Spend January. I am doing an entire no spend month, and I hope what I share throughout this series can be helpful and motivational for you if you also want to level up from a financial standpoint. So I've done a no spend week before, and honestly, that was hard enough just for 1 week. So I'm really excited to challenge myself for the full month. I feel like I've gotten to a bad habit of unnecessary spending, and I know a lot of you can relate as well. So if you want to join in on No Spend Month, definitely comment down below. And remember, you don't necessarily have to do it in January. Throughout the entire month, I'm going to be sharing different tips and tricks and things that I've done to prepare for this month, and also how it's working out, giving you updates and letting you know what's working, what's not working, and also the tweaks that I'm making to make it actually sustainable. Obviously, I have to spend some type of money, but I'll be letting you know what I'm spending money on and what things I did to prepare to make sure that I'm not spending frivolously or on things that I absolutely do not need. But definitely becoming financially responsible is a huge long-term goal of mine. So I don't know if y'all can hear all the fireworks, but today is December 31st. So January 1st, I am officially kicking off my no spend month, and I'm really excited. So definitely stick around if this is a series that interests you to see how I can save. I really am excited to see how much I save by the end of the month just by making these few changes and not spending on things that I do not need. We definitely do have food at home. We got clothes at home. We got hair at home. So we're going to figure it all out together. I hope you all will join me for this the series, and I will see y'all in the next video.
It's almost 2025, so let's talk about what's on my no-buy list for the new year. Number 1, Starbucks. For the last year, maybe more, I've rarely been to Starbucks. The few times I have, I found myself thinking, oh my gosh, why did I pay like $7 for this drink from a union-busting corporation that generally sucks for a lot of reasons and refuses to implement any sort of sustainability measures into their cups and lids, so it's no Starbucks for me. Number 2, no more books. Please let me know that I'm not the only one who has a lot of books but hasn't read all of them. So books are on my no-buy, unless I get through all of my unread books, which I don't think is going to happen in a year. Number 3, clothes. This is a big one. So I haven't bought any new fast fashion clothes in the last 7 years. But just because you're buying secondhand clothes doesn't make you immune to overconsumption. I have enough clothes. One exception, I am going to a wedding, so I might thrift a dress for that or rent one like I did for my graduation. Number 4, no disposable period products like tampons or pads. I've really cut back on my usage of these because I use reusable period underwear. I have one unopened brand new box of tampons, which I hope is all I'll need to tide me over the whole year in case I'm caught in a situation where I'm out and I can't change into a fresh pair of reusable period underwear. Lastly, number 5 is no new art. Isn't because I don't want to support artists, of course. I just know I have a little bit of a hoarding problem when it comes to posters and prints and artworks. I have so many rolled up under my desk that I haven't framed and put up yet. So I'm gonna commit to doing that first before buying any new art. So no new art until I've put up all of my existing art. What are your 2025 no-buy categories? Let me know in the comments, and Happy New Year.
Speaking for the American people, it's an overconsumption problem. A lot of us have realized it. So moving forward, let's not make these same mistakes. Let's be a little tighter with our money. Let's not spend it on the things that we don't need. Let's not just spend money to say we're spending it. Don't be an emotional spender this year. Don't spend out of emotion. A lot of times you will buy that item and it make you happy for the moment. Then you don't even use it. You don't even care about it no more. Now it's on to the next item. You got to remove that sense of satisfaction from a new purchase away. You got to remove that from yourself. That way you're not caught up in it. That money could go towards making more money. That money could go towards an investment. That money could go towards savings. That money could go towards your financial future.
Okay, here are my 2025 no spend goals. Number 1, wait 24 hours before making a no need purchase. If I like it now, I'll like it in 24 hours. Buy to replace, not add to. I have a bad habit of finding something that I want to try, and then I leave like a quarter of what I have and try the new thing that I bought, and then it's just a bunch of unused product, so I'm not going to buy it until I'm out. This one's going to be super hard for me because I know this seems like eating out a lot, but I genuinely am so busy. I'll eat out almost every meal, and I have 3 kids. And my parents do watch them while I'm at work, so I'm thankful there. But like, we're on the run. Like, we have basketball, we have piano. Anyway, so I'm going to try to eat out for breakfast once a week, lunch twice a week, and dinner once a week. Tanning package only every other month. I know I should quit tanning, but I can't do it. No more Shein orders. I know Shein's cheap, but like, or however you say it, but every time I get it, I hate the way it fits. It's a bunch of waste of money. Energy teas twice a week. I get collagen in my energy teas, and I rack up that bill to like $12 a day per tea. I cannot do that anymore. That's crazy. It's so crazy. Even though I love them. Try to get stains out rather than just throw away. My sister straight up bust out hydrogen peroxide or apple cider vinegar to get out every stain. Me, if it looks too gone, it's in the everyday pile. I want to try to start channeling that energy. Wear the same clothes to events. So with my job, I go to a lot of public events and I feel like I have to have a new outfit every time. I'm going to start wearing the same clothes. I'm going to have a rotation. It's not going to be like the same outfit back to back, but I'm going to have a rotation. Another thing that I didn't put on here because I was kind of embarrassed is I'm going to start eating leftovers. I get really freaked out by microwaved meat. So it'll have to be like a vegetarian option, but I'm going to try to do that too. So anyways, this is my accountability for 2025.
I have been binge watching under consumption frugal content here on TikTok. I have been I just watched the Buy Now Netflix documentary. It was talked up so much. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. And I'm like, okay, this needs to be my life now. Like being frugal, so that I can start saving more money. Like, I've been giving my savings account scraps at the end of the month. And so here are some things that I am going to be doing differently for 2025. Okay, so number one is no more gym clothes. I really don't know what it is with me and gym clothes. Like, I just keep buying gym clothes. I don't know if I feel like the workout is going to be better or something, but I have too many gym clothes, and I only work out like 3 to 4 times a week, so I'm done buying gym clothes. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm getting rid of my Amazon Prime. Now, this is going to be the hardest thing for me because I've had my Amazon Prime for like 8 years now, and it's like all I shop on. I'm also getting rid of my Audible and going to like a free library like Libby. So yeah. The third one is making weekly meal plans and buying groceries according to that plan. I buy and throw away so much food. I am contributing to the waste. I mean, we all are, but like it's becoming a problem real bad to where like I'm throwing away things that I have not even opened yet. I'm also only eating out once a week. This is also going to be hard because I like to eat out. I guess that's the reason why I'm throwing away food, because I'm not cooking it. But I like to eat out, and I like to go sit down in restaurants. I like appetizer. I like having a nice meal. So this is going to be something I'm going to have to start doing at home for myself. I am done with online shopping. I do feel like there's going to be some exceptions to this. Like if I need to like buy, I don't know. I'm already trying to make up excuses. Okay, no online shopping. And lastly, I'm going to go to free events. I don't know how easy this one's going to be, but I live in Houston, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. I've already found some places that I'm going to go to. So yeah, this is my, I guess, no buy 2025. This is my no buy rules for 2025. In 2025, I want to focus on getting rich and paying off my student loans. Now that I'm done with college, all I need to focus on is getting money. My first rule is no Amazon purchases. The Amazon app on my phone has me in a chokehold. I will buy things on Amazon so quickly, so I want to get rid of the app on my phone, and I will not be buying things on Amazon anymore. My second rule is no new subscriptions. All the subscriptions I have right now, I don't see any reason to get rid of them. But other than that, no new subscriptions to anything. Third rule is no new skincare or hair care products unless I'm replacing what I already have. I mostly have this problem when it comes to skincare because I'm always trying to figure out things to help me with like dark spots and acne. But other than that, on my hair, I barely use any new products. My next rule is no unnecessary credit card purchases. Sometimes I just be swiping up my credit card because I don't feel like using my debit card, but I'm not going to be putting anything on my credit cards unless it's an emergency or unless it's a bill that already charges my credit cards. I already have bills that charge each credit card, so that way if I don't use it, they're still being properly used to help me with my credit score. No spending money on fast food. Now, I don't really have this problem personally. I would blame my boyfriend. I was never a fast food fiend until we started dating. When we go out, I'll offer to pay for our food. So I'm sorry, babe, but I'm not doing that anymore. And the last rule is no new technology. I do not plan on getting a new phone, and I don't plan on getting any other technology, and I just want to make sure that future me does not do that, so I just added that rule in there. Now, the fun part is the exceptions. So I can buy gifts for others, but I have to use cash. And I can get fast food 2 times a month, so I can pay for that 2 times a month. And my favorite exception is I can sell something to replace it with something new. So if I really want to buy a book next year, I have to sell one of my books in my apartment. That's the exact same price as the book I want. I just really want to focus on buying less things, spend less money.
So what this means for me is that I will be implementing all of this right here. Okay, there's no reason for me not to have a significantly increased savings account. No credit card debt, no frivolous spending, including thrifting. Oh my God, that's going to be the hardest. But if I'm going to be a good example to my future children, or just people around me, I need to do better with my financial decision making. Okay, I need to stick to, we got food at the house. Okay, we got coffee at the house. No more
extras. No more. I can't. All 2025, this is what I'm going to be doing.
Shout out to everybody that grew up with parents that was big on that. We got food at the house. They was big on that. Do you got McDonald's money? Shout out to the parents and the children that grew up knowing how to budget. That heard, no, we can't afford that, even though they could. It's just the fact that's not in the financial budget. Shout out to the people that wore hand-me-downs growing up. Shout out to the people that shopped at Goodwill and thrift stores. It made us who we are today. We a lot stronger than many. When adversity comes, we know how to handle it. We don't fold. People about to learn how to budget. It's cutback season. It's cutback season.
Now that we've established that in 2024 it was expensive, and in 2025 we're not spending unnecessary money, what are your savings goals for 2025? What are you saving? Where are you saving? And what are you cutting back on? And I know for some of us it's really hard, because for some this is the most money that we've ever made or the least money that we've ever made. So that doesn't mean that you have to continue to spend. Your inner child will be okay. I understand that a lot of us have came from not having much, so we feel like we have to overcompensate by just buying, but let's take a step back and really put a plan in motion so that in the years to come, we won't be struggling for money. Money won't even be a problem. Money won't even be a thing, because we actually took 1 year to really focus on getting our finances together. So let me know, what are your savings goals? How much are you guys saving? Where are you saving it? And what are you cutting back on? The time is now.
So you want to do a no spend 2025. Well, here are 3 things that you need to do before you even think about doing that. The first is you need to go through every single item that you own that is in your apartment or your home, wherever, and take inventory of it and make sure that it has a place that it belongs. Because too often we misplace things, and then out of sight, out of mind, we're like, oh, I don't have it, so I need to go to Walmart, and you repurchase it. So make sure everything that you own, you know you own it, and it has its designated spot, because repurchasing this stuff is not going to do you any good. Next, you need to be really honest with yourself and have a heart-to-heart and go through all your spending from 2024. And if you notice that you spent thousands of dollars on clothes in 2024, the chances of you doing a no spend in 2025 on clothes is slim to none. So instead of doing a no spend, how about we try doing a low spend, and we set different goals for ourselves for 2025. So how about I'm only going to spend $100 per quarter on clothing, and it has to be for a specific event, or it has to be for this, instead of I'm just going to cut it cold turkey. And when you fail, because you probably will if you've been spending that much money on clothes, you're going to spiral. Oh, if I spent it, it's fine. I could just buy this next week and it's okay. Or you're just going to feel really bad about yourself, and that's not something that you want to do, okay? We still got to care about our mental health. So set goals for yourself instead of just saying, oh, I'm going to cut it cold turkey. If you're a DoorDasher and you know you're a DoorDasher, you're going to get DoorDash. It's going to happen. You could delete the app, and you're probably going to re-download it, and you're going to DoorDash. Oh, it's only this one time. Just set it like, oh, I'm only going to DoorDash once per month or twice per month this year, instead of you were doing it 10 times a month, okay? That's more realistic. Be realistic with yourself. Next, you need to find hobbies that you really enjoy, things that you're going to stick to, okay? Don't just go to the store and buy a bunch of paint because, oh, you're going to start painting and you've never painted before in your life. Pick something that you know you like to do. If you like going to the gym, maybe you might like bicycling, or you might like rollerblading, or you might want to join a run club or go hiking. Find things that interest you already and how you can branch those off. If you like to paint, maybe you'll like to draw, maybe you'll like to do digital art, and you could do something like that. But make sure you find a hobby, because too often we go to stores and we want to just window shop. Next thing you know, we have a bunch of items in our cart. We walk out spending over $100, and we wonder why. It's because you had nothing better to do. So make sure you have a few hobbies that you can fall back on that will keep you from spending just unnecessary money. But anyways, I wish you all the best with your financial goals, every goal that you have this year in 2025. God bless you always.
I made some rules for my no spend, low spend 2025. Holding myself accountable. Okay, first thing is replacement purchases only. When something is empty or just about empty, you have 1 or 2 more uses. No more Starbucks, Dutch Brothers, to-go coffee. It's my last day. I'm just kidding. This was actually on a gift card, and that is going to be one of my exceptions. If you have gift cards, I mean, I could spend them. I actually do get a lot of gift cards from the online reward store at my work. Fine, but I'm not spending money on any to-go coffee. I've been making cold brew at home, and I need to drink it. Next thing is unsubscribing to all of my monthly or annual apps on my phone. And I went through that last night. The exception was Apple Music. That was the only one that I left. Every other one, honestly, you should go through yours because there were a lot that I completely forgot about. Okay, next one was streaming platforms. So currently I have 4 and I'm going to take it down to 2. I wish I could get rid of all of them. I might take it down to 1. So I have Disney, Netflix, Hulu, and Peacock. Hulu and Peacock are out. I'm thinking about keeping Disney and Netflix. No new home decor. None. I'm not buying any picture frames, any wall hangings. I'm not buying new bedding. I'm not buying nothing. No new home decor. My house is beautiful. I don't need no new shit. No new clothes unless it is replacing an item. And I'm going to hold myself accountable to this. I have said this before and not fallen through. So, 1 in, 1 out. That includes not buying any new outfits for parties or events, weddings, those types of things. I always have to have a new outfit. No. Either shop my own closet or borrow something. 3 additional, they're not really rules, but like points. I'm going to have a huge garage sale in January and get rid of a lot of stuff. The rest will go to the Goodwill, I guess, which I don't really like the Goodwill, but it's the easiest, unfortunately. My nails, I can't give it up. So I'm going to go from doing every 2 weeks, which I currently do, to going every 3 weeks. I have to keep my nails done because I work sales and customer service and I do contracts and I use my name, like my finger to like point where they need to sign and stuff. And I just feel like it would be really tacky because if I didn't have them done. So I feel like this is kind of a part of my work, and then the other thing is activities are okay. I can spend money on activities like going to the zoo, going to the museum, those types of things. Those are making memories with my kids, and I don't think that's frivolous spending. But I'm talking about the consumerism. I am just getting rid of all of the stuff. It is clogging my brain, clogging my life, and I need it gone. I need to save better. I don't save at all.
We're about to hit 2025. I'm a pretty frugal person already, but there are some things that I've decided I'm just not going to spend money on anymore. I just don't want to do it. I'm 27. I don't need to spend money on these things. First and foremost, self-tanning. I'm just going to embrace my paleness this summer. Every year I'm like, I'm going to do it. And then it hits summer and people immediately point out how pasty I am the moment the sun hits like my bare legs. And you know what? I'm done giving into peer pressure. I always self-tan. It looks good for like a day and then it gets splotchy and it looks way worse than if I just was out and about as pasty as I truly am. It's a waste of money, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Secondly, I'm not paying for fiction books anymore. I read them once. I don't reread fiction, so to buy a $25 book, read it once, and then have it sit perpetually on my shelf for 10 years, like, that doesn't make sense to me. Even if I resell it at a half-price bookstore, I just don't think it's worth it. There's nothing that I need to read so urgently that I can't just get it at my local library after a couple months of waiting. The only exception I'll make to this rule is thrifting books. I thrift mostly nonfiction or like classics, but every once in a while I'll thrift a fiction book for like 99 cents. I'll read it on a plane. It's great. But in general, I just don't need to be spending that much money on a one-time use thing. I think that goes for anything. Like, I don't want to buy or rent movies. I'm just going to wait until they come out on streaming. And also, while we're on the subject, it used to be that you could rent a movie for like $3, $4. Why am I getting suggested movies to rent and then I click on it and it's $15 to rent my own home? I'm not doing that. Thirdly, I'm by and large done paying for shipping. It's 2025. We're going to have to do free shipping or I'm going to delete my cart. I don't know what to say. I know it's a little bit of money, but I swear when you have the exact total in your cart, like mentally prepared in your head, and then you go to check out and it's $10 for shipping, I'm just exiting out of the page. I'm not buying any of that. The only exception to this is obviously like small businesses, but I should never have to get on Zara's website and find out after building my cart that I have to pay $10 for shipping. I'm not doing it.
Listen, if you got an e-commerce store, do that free plus shipping. It works every time. You see people cutting back, they don't want to pay that shipping, that extra 10. Do free plus shipping, charge it in the price. This for my e-commerce people. That's a little hack, a little secret for y'all. But if y'all don't know, I come from doing e-commerce. This is my clothing brand right here on the Escape. So you know I do the marketing and everything myself. The designs, the whole nine. So yeah, That's that e-commerce talk. Another thing, ladies, if y'all want to cut back, think about all of those inexpensive clothing items you got that you don't wear. They just sitting in your closet, ain't they? You don't even plan on wearing them. When you bought it, you knew, this all right, it's just cheap. I just want it because it's on sale. If you got to say that or you thinking that in your mind, that means you don't need it.
I spent way too much money in 2024, so 2025 is going to be a different year for me financially. The first time in my life had a disposable income, my salary went up, and at the same time my boyfriend moved in with me, so my rent halved, and I just found myself with like so much extra money, which I should have saved, but instead I spent it. I have this cycle of buying and reselling, and usually selling at a loss, to be completely honest. And looking back on 2024, I have wasted a lot of money that I could have saved, and I bought a lot of really nice pieces impulsively without thinking about why I really want them, which is what we're going to stop doing in 2025. And instead of doing like a typical no buy, low buy, I've watched so many videos that other people have done. I don't really have those spending problems. I spend literally all my money, everything, on clothes. I don't get takeout, maybe like once a month. I have one set of beauty products that I've had for years. Maybe that's gross, whatever. I've been doing Project Pan my whole life, basically. I spend no money on my hair. It's just all clothing and accessories and shoes. So this low buy is focused on clothes. That's the thing I need to cut down. And the other thing is, like, I feel like these other videos are all talking about like not buying into trends, not buying Zara, not buying Amazon. I don't buy any of those things. My problem is that I buy a lot of high quality, expensive things. And I think that's why I was able to do that so long and not think about it, because in my head, if I buy something that is sustainable, high quality, thrifted, whatever, it's somehow kind of not overconsumption, even though it basically is, because I'm buying more than what I need. So my goal for this low buy is not to completely eradicate all my spending on clothing. I don't think it's reasonable. I love clothes, and I feel like I buy clothes in a responsible way, just in excess, if that makes sense. And I also buy a lot from small businesses, local thrift stores, and I don't believe in cutting the funding of those companies because you're kind of punishing the wrong people. The thing that I need to learn to do is to minimize what I'm spending. What I realized in 2024 was that I was just buying a lot of really nice things that are lovely pieces without really thinking about what hole they're kind of filling in my closet, if that makes sense. So a low buy for 2025 is going to be focused on buying one single piece a month that has been pre-planned. And I learned this from how I usually treat my birthday present to myself. I spend the whole year thinking about what that's going to be, and I buy that thing, or maybe have like two things that I might be wanting to buy. And I always love those things that I buy for myself. So I was like, well, why don't I just do this every single month? So I made a list of things that I think my closet actually needs, and that's what I'm going to stick to. And I've also mapped it out per month. I'll share it in a different video because this video is going to be way too long. But anyway, if you want to follow along on my journey, see if I can stick to it, my content is not going to change. I'm still going to do brand reviews. I'm still going to do styling videos. I'm just going to show a little bit of my progress along how my low buy is going. And I was thinking it would be fun if we could kind of pick the items together and sort of do the research together on which things should be brought into my closet. And yeah, we could build my wardrobe together, which I think is more fun. Having your opinions would help you a lot. Anyway, I'm excited. I think this is going to be fun, and I think it's going to be a good way for me to do a low buy that hopefully is sustainable.
She said buying clothes and selling them at a loss. Sound like she was buying designer and then reselling it on a website like Depop, something like that. And she couldn't get for it the same value that she paid for it. It lost its value. So say she bought an item for $500, some shoes or something like that, she probably sold them for $300. So you're taking a loss on every single purchase. Now, people do this to build up their Instagram. They want to be an influencer. They want to be a fashion model. You know, don't do it for the gram. Don't go broke for the gram this year. A lot of people been going broke for the gram. They ain't got nothing because of the gram. The gram ain't nothing but the matrix. Look at it like that. Facebook, Instagram, social media, period. They ain't nothing but the matrix. It's a platform within itself. If once you log out of that platform, none of that exists for real. That life don't exist. That image that you built don't exist. That image that everybody else is showing off and building, that don't exist because that's not their real lifestyle. They're not really living like that. That's a glimpse. That's a segment of their life. That's it. So don't go broke for the gram. Don't do it.
Okay guys, I've been truly thinking about it, and I want to hold myself accountable in 2025. I want to stop my unnecessary spending. My spending, I feel like it was good at the beginning because I've been working on my debt. I was $21,000 in debt, and I was doing good in the beginning of the year, and I fell hard, and that's the honest truth. So 2025, no more unnecessary spending. I'm going to stay at a Target. Because every time I go, I end up in that $5 section getting $1 mug, $1 something for my kids, coloring book. I'm staying out of Marshall's. I'm staying out of Burlington, TJ Maxx, all of it. I'm not buying anything unless I'm completely out. And I want to get a goal of like, I've never seen maybe $10,000 in savings in my account, and that's what I truly want. That's what I truly want. I want a good nest egg. I want my debt completely gone, which I'm about to do my update in a few days for that, and I'm completely excited. So yeah. You okay? Okay. But yeah, that's my little tidbit of what's going to be coming in January. Oh, you want to be in it? Is that good? Oh, yeah.
So I've been seeing a lot of discourse on no spend / no buy 2025, and I just wanted to add another layer of like solutions or perspective on like what you can do if you want to purchase a product and you're just in mental warfare. Ask yourself, especially if it's a publicly traded company, well, I guess only if it's a publicly traded company, do you own stock in this company before you purchase this product? Now, this is some advice I got a couple years ago, and honestly, like I kind of apply it sometimes, but you know, sometimes my fingers just be hot. I just want the goods, okay? I just want to go to Ulta and just do, but I own Ulta stock. But anyway, with that being said, before you buy the new iPhone 35 that comes out next year, ask yourself, do I have Apple stock? So while you're participating in no spend and no buy 2025, if you are ever tempted, you should be asking yourself, do I own stock in this publicly traded company? And as a frequent buyer, you're the perfect person that should have stock in that company. So not only are we going to come out of 2025 being a little bit more minimalistic, okay, we're not over consuming, our pockets are going to look so cute. And on top of that, we're going to be investors because we're going to invest in some of our favorite companies. And as someone investing in your favorite companies, you'll know when the water is getting a little muddy and it's time to get out of there. Like, you're going to look around the store and like, Ulta is not what it used to be. You're going to go check the stock. You're going to be like, oh, it's going down. And you're going to pull your money out. But that's all I got to say. Bye, y'all.
Tell them, sister, don't be a consumer. Be an investor. Or be both. If you're going to buy Apple products, you might as well buy some Apple stock too. That way you can get some money on the back end, potentially. If you're going to be buying a bunch of Amazon products, you might as well invest into Amazon. Same thing. This sister preaching. She preaching. And being an investor is one of the greatest things ever. It make you look at money different when you start to make money off your investments. People that invest know. They know I'm not lying.
I've been on de-influencing and underconsumption TikTok, so I'm going to share my no-buy list for 2025. Okay, number 1, I kind of already do this, but no buying new makeup, skincare, or whatever until I'm all out. So this means like not having 2 body washes at once or 2 foundations at once. Like I said, I kind of already do this, but one product I need to work on is my lippies. I have so many like lip balms, lip glosses that I need to use up before I keep buying new ones. So in the next year, I'm probably not going to buy any new lip products. Next, delete Amazon, Sephora, and Ulta off my phone. I'm still going to have Amazon Prime and have like a Sephora account and everything, but I'm going to delete the apps off my phone. It's just way too easy to go on the app and find things that I want. And I can literally order things with the push of a button. So with doing this, if I want to order something or buy something from one of these apps, I'm going to have to go onto my laptop and it'll take more work and I'll have to think about ordering the item for even longer. Okay, next, no Shein except for EDC outfits. The majority of clothing that I get from Shein I end up donating because it's just poor quality or trendy clothes. But my exception is I can use Shein for my EDC outfits. For those outfits, I'm probably not going to reuse those items more than once. Going along with the clothing theme, I'm going to look for quality clothing and avoiding polyester and trendy clothes as much as I can. When I buy clothes, I really need to think about if I'm going to wear that clothing item 5 years from now, 10 years from now, instead of just buying like trendy pieces that I'm only going to wear for like a few months or a year before throwing out or donating. I'm going to wait 48 hours before buying something. By waiting longer, it might make me reconsider buying an item, which will help me save money and reduce me buying a bunch of junk that I probably don't need. No DoorDash. I don't DoorDash a lot anyways, but I do once in a while, but I'm just gonna not DoorDash. Next, 1 coffee or sweet treat a month by myself. I'm already not a coffee drinker, but I do like drinking iced coffee once in a while, so I'm gonna limit myself to once a month. I'm only counting it if I'm by myself, so if I'm hanging out with friends and we all go get coffee, like I'm not counting that as my 1 sweet treat for the month. Okay, this one's personal, but no more cooch waxes. I go like every 5 weeks, and honestly, it adds up. Like, it's nice to have, but it's not a necessity. So I might go one more time, like in January, and then for the rest of the year, that's it. Like, I can just trim it or shave. No shopping sales just because there's a sale. So if I'm not looking to buy a certain item anyways, I'm not gonna go search the website just because there's a sale going on. I'm already doing pretty good because I didn't go Black Friday shopping at all this year, and I love buying shit. Like, this is gonna be hard for me to follow, so I'm gonna treat myself one time per month with clothes, shoes, or unnecessary buys. But whatever I buy, they have to improve my quality of life or be really good quality. Okay, that's my main list, but also this is not including me gifting other people or when other people gift me. It's not going to include gift cards because that's like free money for me. And when I'm on vacation, none of these rules count because I'm on vacation. And the goal here is not to be perfect and follow all these rules 100%, but the goal is to be more mindful with my spending, not just for my finances, but also to prevent buying so much junk. I recently purged out like my whole bedroom and bathroom, and I realized that I have a lot of shit that I really don't need, and I donated a bunch of stuff, but I want to limit my spending so I don't have so much junk in my room. And also, if you're not convinced or you don't see the bigger picture, watch the Buy Now documentary on Netflix. It's really good.
Hey you're gonna want to save this video for whenever your no spend year fails. No, I know, you're thinking to yourself, no way, I've totally got this. I'm going to not spend any money, I'm going to seriously cut back, and I'm gonna save thousands. Reality is, no spend challenges are a lot like diets, and that they usually fail and people actually end up spending more money at the end of them. I know because I've done it myself so many times. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend any money in January. And then February 1st rolls around and I drop like $1,500 on all the things I actually needed throughout the month of January. I'm doing all of my good work. Instead, I'm going to show you some easy ways to save thousands of dollars. I know because I've totaled up my savings over the last year, and it's $15,700 just by clipping some coupons right from my phone. My name's Ray, I'm a couponer, and I show people how to save money every single day using digital coupons and shopping clearance. I build a small stockpile in my home, and I do mean small. It has 3 months of stock for everything I need so that I never have to buy something full price. My kids need a toothbrush. There's one that I got for free. If my 3-year-old breaks an entire bottle of shampoo, which happened yesterday, I'm not stressed because I have 6 more just like it. I'm going to do a 3-part series showing you the basics of saving money using coupons and shopping clearance. That way you're set for 2025. You need to start by downloading the apps of all of the stores that you go to most frequently. For example, I have the Walgreens app, the CVS app, the Target app, the Kroger app, Dollar General app, and the Family Dollar app because I use all of them to get the best deal. If you don't use all of those, you don't have to download all of those. You also want to download a rebate app. My favorite rebate app is called Ibotta. IBOTTA. It's the best rebate app because they actually send the money directly to your bank account. I've gotten $2,000 in rebates just this year. You can too. Here's my referral code. If you want to use it, get you an extra $5 on your first rebate. And that's all you need to start. If you want tagged in a part 2 where I show you how to actually use the app.
If you are entering your no spend, low spend era in 2025, let me tell you what this acronym HALT stands for. It is key to a low spend, no spend year. And I wish I could say I came up with this acronym, HALT, but I didn't. Credit goes to Wallet Hub. They called my radio show today, the Dave and Dujanovic Show on KSL News Radio, when we were talking about no spend, low spend goals for 2025. And the money expert from Wallet Hub who called the show said, implement HALT. Okay, so what does HALT stand for? It is the new rule for no spend, no buy. Do not buy anything if you are hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Stay off shopping apps, stay out of stores. So how in the world are you going to accomplish this? Well, you're going to abide by the other rule, 24-hour waiting period. Kind of like the 24-hour rule that applies to that all caps email that you want to send out with that really inflammatory subject line company-wide. Let that marinate for 24 hours. Same rule goes in 2024 for a low spend, no spend budget. Wait 24 hours and practice HALT.
Don't buy nothing if you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Some people lonely, sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's making them angry. And when you're stressed and depressed, that's going to make you want to eat. Some people like this 24/7, so that means you should never be shopping. No, I just wanted to make a little joke, but for real. But I get what she's saying. Like, you never want to go in the grocery store while you're hungry because you're going to be buying anything. You're going to be thinking about, let me buy this to eat on my way back to the house. Well, really, women more impulse buyers. Y'all go off y'all emotions. Like I said, y'all emotional spenders. So y'all might get down or get in y'all feels real quick and then, go spend some money. Make you feel a little better. So I get what she's saying. Don't do that. If you feeling that type of way, live in that moment for the moment, and don't go buy nothing. Don't go spend your money on anything. You don't need nothing to fix the problem. You have to solve the problem. That's between you and the Most High. You have to come to terms with it and get through it. So I feel her. I do.
Hi guys, Happy New Year. I'm here with my first episode of Free Advice Friday for 2025, and it is going to be about how to finally budget and save and to hit those New Year's resolutions or financial goals. The most common New Year's resolutions are usually around how to make or save money, how to invest money, or how to lose weight. So we're going to be focusing on overall wellness, improving our wealth and our health in 2025. But today I'm going to talk to you about improving your financial wellness by beginning the year with a financial detox. So much like a health detox, it's important to assess what's not serving you, right? What's not doing well in your finances, where are you missing the mark, and making changes to improve those things before you set your goals for 2025. Like poor savings habits, unmanaged budgets, out of control credit card debt. And so I have a 5-step process. It's an acronym, ASSET, ASSET. A 5-step process for completing your 2025 financial detox and finally getting your budget and savings goals under control. Number 1, you want to analyze your spending. You're going to do a review of your last 3 months bank and credit card statements. It's a good time if you're preparing your tax documents from the end of the year to go ahead and review everything and try to highlight or identify any of your unnecessary expenses or impulse purchases that you may have made. It's important to find those hidden expenses that just money that just falls through the cracks. So you want to identify where the money is falling through the cracks. If you still use cash, you might want to start analyzing, that as well, and keeping a little notebook or register notes in your phone of money that you've spent. Number 2, you're going to set up a rapid debt reduction plan if you have debt, and you're going to prioritize paying down that debt. Even if you don't have credit card debt, if you have a car loan or a mortgage, I want you to focus on paying down debt using either the snowball method or the avalanche method if you have credit card debt. The snowball method simply means you take the smallest debts first and you pay the smallest credit cards off first. You'll get some reward, instant gratification from doing that. And the avalanche method is where you look at the interest rates and you pay off the highest interest rate first. So that's for credit cards. If you're interested in paying down your mortgage or your car loans faster, you should consider splitting your payment in half. So if your mortgage payment is $2,000, you would pay $1,000 at the first of the month and $1,000 at the 15th of the month. Same thing with a car payment. And then that will actually help you reduce your overall interest paid and help you pay down that debt faster. Number 3 is to set up new savings goals and automations. It's so important. I know a lot of people say I don't have enough set over to spend, but it's so important to set it up so that you're paying yourself first. And if you automate your savings, it'll help you eliminate some of those unnecessary expenses or things that went through the cracks. So I want you to automate your savings, and I want you to work toward building your emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Or if you already have established your emergency fund, you want to consider saving towards your bigger savings goal, whether it's to purchase a new car or a new home, or maybe it is to start to invest. So set up that new savings goal and automate it. It's very important that it's automated. Number 4, I want you to eliminate any unnecessary spending. Any unnecessary accounts, subscriptions, etc. Go through and even possibly consider hopping on the no spend, low spend trend that's going on in 2025, where you only spend money on essential items and your living expenses. One tip, if you want to implement the no spend, low spend 2025, is to use the HALT method. This means that you don't buy anything when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. So the HALT method. And number 5, make sure you're tracking your progress and celebrating your wins. Like with any goal, it's so important to track your results. Make sure you're setting check-ins with yourself to monitor your improvements that you've made or places where you've fallen short, and reward yourself for those small wins. Completing the financial detox will not just help you understand exactly where your money is going and help you identify any wasteful spending, it's also going to help you reallocate those funds towards your priorities, making sure that every single dollar has a job, and most importantly, allow you to take control of your finances in 2025.
I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all have a financial planner. I hope y'all are literally writing everything down, writing the things you need to change this year compared to last year. You know, financial goals for this year. How you gonna end the year off? How much money you wanna have saved at the end of this year? The type of investments you wanna get into this year. The type of knowledge that you're gonna learn this year. You know what I mean? The investments you're gonna make right now, that's gonna shape your future. The investments you're gonna make right now, that's gonna set up your kids to be straight. Build that real generational wealth. It start with you. You got to take that action. You about that action, take that action. You've been saying you're going to make it happen all of these years. Right now is the time. You don't have time to waste. Don't let another year go by and you're saying the same thing. This going to be that one. You just got to lock in. 6 months can change your life. They say 6 months to set you 5 years ahead. Quit playing. You owe that to yourself. A lot of people deserve themselves a year. You're supposed to be 10 years ahead. You're supposed to have been financially stable 10 years ago. You're supposed to have been wherever you said you was going to be at 10 years ago. You're supposed to have been living your dream life right now. Lock in. It's YT Wake 'em Up. I appreciate y'all watching. I love y'all. Shalom.